You're here. It's Monday, 4 o'clock, October 19th. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing today? Monday. Like any other day, of course, in this weird world we're in. As you saw in the post, my thumbnail, as they call it, I want to talk a little bit about eBay best practices and how they work. And as you know, I went over this last week, and I did a little experiment over the weekend. And wow, my camera is shaking like a leaf. So I did a little experiment over the weekend, and I wanted to prove it to myself that these eBay best practices work. And how I did that is I purchased two of these. One, I believe, was from 69, and this one, I believe, is from either 73 or 75. Got them at a fantastic estate sale. I mean, was unbelievable. Fantastic. So pretty similar, both mint, new in package. And yeah, this is the way the package was back then. No barcode, no nothing. Just the name of the company. And if you guys are my age, you remember that Whammo company. They were everywhere when we were kids. So I figured, let me try these best practices on getting both of these listed. Now, I didn't put them on Amazon. I just did this through eBay because I wanted to prove to myself that it worked. And the way I did that is I basically did the listing and did one using what eBay calls as best practices. The other would be the normal way I used to do a listing. And I activated them both within 3 minutes of each other, 5 minutes of each other. Within 3 hours, the one that I used all the best practices worked and sold. Now, I took a little bit of a discount on it. I took an offer because actually within 3 hours, hello, Mike, how are you? Within 3 hours of listing, I had questions. I had probably 8 questions on the best practices one and 3 questions on the other. So And plus I had offers on both. Only one on the other one, and several on the one that sold, and I took the highest one because they were all in the $30 range, and I took the one that was closest to $40, figuring, well, that must be market, so let me do it. So I just wanted to go over what the differences were and how it helped to get these things sold, because I didn't just do it to that. I had 2 Star Wars Black Series action figures, both Walgreens exclusives. One was a Darth Vader, and the other one was the Death Trooper. Both equally as hot, both equally as rare. One I did the so-called eBay best practices, and one I just did it as Paul's normal way of doing it. Excuse me. The one with the best practices sold the same day. I think also within 3 or 4 hours. And then I listed a hat that I got. Same thing. I only did one hat. I didn't do 2. I did 1 because I didn't have 2 that had tags, that were brand new with tags. So I did the 1, and I used all the best practices on that, and that sold same day. So this clearly works. And then, of course, this morning I started to change a couple of things and sold something else. So I am going to go through almost probably every one of my listings that I did not use what is called eBay best practices, and I'm going to adjust them and fix them and hopefully get some more sales out of this. So these people that are out there, these sellers that are out there saying, hey, I'm eBay's dead, I don't have any sales, I'm not getting any sales. It has a lot to do with how you're listing the item or items. It has a lot to do with that. And it probably has everything to do with that. So let me share my screen here. Let me see. Put that one there. And that one there. Okay, let me share the screen. Add to stream. Okay. These are the 2 Whammo discs that I bought. And like I said, I bought them at this estate sale that was just truly unbelievable. I paid $1 each for these, brand new. So I ended up on the one that I sold with a 3,700% return on investment, or markup, as they say. So the way it worked is, you'll see this 70s vintage Whammo Frisbee Moonlighter 110G glow-in-the-dark flying disc. This one is the one that sold, vintage Whammo Frisbee. So I could clearly get rid of that 70s and go vintage Whammo Frisbee Moonlighter, because this is the one that sold. And if you remember, if you watched my video from last week, I talk about your title has to be optimized for mobile. And the way to optimize it for mobile is the first 4 or 5 words in your title are the most important. and the one that people are going to look for. So 70s and vintage basically say the same thing. So I could either get rid of the word vintage. This one was 60s, so I didn't put that there. But I think this was 69 and this one was 73. I could keep in 70s and take out the word vintage. That would move everything over. So then people, Whammo Frisbee is the important part here. Whammo Frisbee, the name of the company, is very important because people our age are going to remember Whammo. So that's one way you do it. From what I learned, 76% of the sales online, well, over 76% of the sales online come from mobile phones. Now, granted, I've been using my phone for a long time. I've been buying and selling on eBay and Amazon for over 25 years on eBay and since 2005 on Amazon. I have never yet made a purchase of anything on the internet using my phone. But people do it all the time. Hello, Johnny. How are you? So I couldn't believe it. I heard that was one of the stats that over 76% of all merchandise purchased on the internet is made via cell phone. And I have never, ever, I've bought in plenty. I have never used my cell phone to make a purchase. So that's what they're saying. When you just can't, or we just can't assume eBay is going to minimize the best way they can our listing and optimize it for mobile. We have to do it, which is getting that title. Now, remember, this is the one that's sold. I could have put 60s and left off the word vintage, and that would have brought Whammo Frisbee over more because it's only the first 4 or 5 words that really make a difference. Because when you're on the cell phone, that's all they're going to see. This one is the one that did not sell fast. 70s vintage. Normally, this is the way I would have done it. So that's the way I did it because I did this on purpose. I did a test. I wanted to see the difference. So now I could, because like I said, this was 1969 and this is 1973. So I could put 1973 and get rid of the word vintage or leave off the 70s and leave on the word vintage. But the most important part of this title is Whammo Frisbee. Because like I said, people that are into this want to know it's a Whammo Frisbee because that was the big thing back in the day. What else did I do that helped this one sell within 3 hours? Shipping. Free 4-day shipping. All right. This one, I charged $4 shipping. So there's a difference right there. Now this is going to cost somebody an extra $4 on top of what I would like to get. Like I said, I did take an offer on this. I believe I sold it for $38 and change. But I'm still happy. It cost me $1. I made 3,700% markup on it. Best offer. This has best offer now. This one did, as that's the reason I took the best offer. I did make a couple of changes in here this morning as I was packing and shipping this one. I did not fix this because I wanted to keep it there to show everybody because I wanted to do a video on it. I sold this by promoted listings. This one was not promoted. So for 21 cents, every time I do promoted list, let me get on the screen a little bit here. Every time I do promoted listings, I do 1%. Now, granted, I believe there was only 5 of these listed. I only do 1% because we don't know if the other 4 were promoted at all. Maybe they weren't, and maybe that's why mine sold within 3 hours. Who knows? You can always look, and if it says sponsored, typically it's promoted listing. So that's one of the other things I did different. The one that didn't sell was not a promoted listing. So I'll probably go in there and put promoted listing on it. But the biggest thing that I can see is adding the best offer. Now, see, this morning, I just added the best offer. I didn't change anything else. I still kept the shipping because I still wanted to see. And it's been now it's been 9 hours. All right. Originally, this one sold in 3 hours. Of course, it was Saturday night or Saturday late. So it's not Monday morning when some people are working. So there's a big time difference there. The conditions are not the same, basically. So what I'll do today is I'll either remove 70s. I'm thinking 1973 Whammo Frisbee Moonlighter, new. The crap words, the words that mean hardly anything. Granted, new means a lot, but it's not as important to have at the beginning of the title. So I'm going to put that at the end. Flying disc, I'm going to put that at the end. I want the first 4 or 5 words to be there, to be most important, what they see. And that's the way it should be. We have to ourselves optimize for mobile. That's a big thing. Best offer, worked. Promoted listings, 1%, worked. Free shipping, worked. I mean, I probably could go on, but that's what it came down to. Those were the basic differences. And I did it on purpose that way. I wanted to prove a point. The 2 Star Wars, now I don't have images of the Star Wars figures. The 2 Star Wars figures, now granted, one was Darth Vader and one was the Death Trooper. Both Walgreens exclusive, so they're hard to get. They're rare. Both the same. Both Star Wars Black Series. Okay, that's what makes a difference. Black Series Star Wars. For the collectors, that's what they're looking for. One I did promoted and free shipping and the whole 9 yards, and the other one I did not. The other one sold that night. I don't think it was 3 hours. It might have been overnight, but it sold. And then the hat, same thing. Optimized, did everything, sold. So, I mean, 3 tests can't be wrong. There has to be something with this, what everybody's calling, or what eBay calls best practices. Yes, the picture with the white background. Now, I try to edit mine where there's no background. So I'll take the camera, and if it's a square box, which most of them are, I will try to get it right in frame. If not, I'll open up the eBay app and crop it right to the image. So there is no background. Because if you remember, last eBay Open, that's what Google said to eBay. You want your items to rank on our search engine? We need a white background. We don't need it to be confusing. Look at the big stores. Look at Kohl's. Look at Macy's, when there was Macy's. Most of their stuff is a white background. The first image, white. Nothing like, people do it on the bedspread and it's all these funky colors and stuff like that. If you're going to do that, put those pictures at the end. Your first main important picture should be the item and nothing else. Sure, if it's a Hawaiian shirt and you want to show somebody wearing it in front of a palm tree in Florida, put that at the end. Not the first most important picture. And then I take pictures of every part of damage and stuff like that, which on these, I did say that, it's got a slight curvature probably because of the heat and the year. What is it? 70, 80, 92. Wow, 50 years old. But, you just got to tell what the bad things are and everything like that and what they want to see, and then just get it listed. And I'm sure that'll change your sales. I am sure it will change your sales. And if you want to, let's do this. Okay. So here is the 70s one again. Revise your item. 70s vintage. So let's take out the word vintage. 70s. Whammo Frisbee Moonlighter. 110G Glow. And I can see that the G is touching the 110. And it's new. I still have 12 characters left, but I said everything I needed to say right there. Collectibles other does not apply because there wasn't any back then. There's the image. And like I was saying, if you need to crop that's how you do it, right there. And you go to the edges of the package and you take out all the stuff that you don't need. So now all you have left is the image. Now, because of where I took this picture, this is dark. So if I lighten that up a little, save. There's the next one. It's even darker. Did that hurt me? Could have been. Whammo. Now that's important. So I'm going to put the third image. Now you see up here, I shouldn't have anything up there, but I wanted to show the edge of the package. So let's just edit that there. Good. Good. So then now my pictures are good. Brand Whammo Plastic Frisbee, 12 to 16, 1975. Okay, so you fill in as much of this as you can. Modify, even if it's a no or a none, fill in as much as you can. Type Frisbee. Oh, that's interesting. There was something there. I must have messed that up this morning. All I do is copy and paste. $44.85. So I'm going to go $42.85. Make an offer. I have one. Allow buyers to remain anonymous. And I do that only because if they're a reseller, they don't want people knowing where they got their stuff. I'm going to do free shipping. I keep it retail ground, and I will choose how to ship. I'm moving all my handling time to 2 days. 16, 12, 2, 14 ounces. I'm doing international. Oh, all right, I did that this morning. See, boost your sales, 1%, 43 cents. Update. Now, could I have put more in there? Yes, always. Like if I'm not happy with it, I just go back in. And I don't know, somebody wants to know, they can't determine the condition from the pictures. So I'm going to say mint in original packaging. Mint in original packaging from the 70s. I want to highlight that it's from the 70s. It's original. What else can you say? They didn't use a barcode. I think everybody knows that. Does have the original CBS price sticker on front, because that could be a deterrent. But I mean, the price sticker was $1 back in the 70s. And the funny thing is, that's what I paid a couple of months ago when I got it. Once again, everything's okay. Update the listing. And you're done. That's it. Now you go back here. Where is it? It's right there. 70s. 70s. Whammo Frisbee Moonlighter. There you go. New price. Now free shipping. Free 4-day shipping. It's promoted. It has best offer. Hopefully next time I come on live, I'll be able to report that it's sold. Who knows? It could have been a fluke. I sold those 3 items, bing, bang, boom, like that, no problem. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that these things work. That's all. People just keep saying, oh, I'm not getting any sales. I'm not getting any sales. And even I was saying for a while that I want to leave eBay, stop doing eBay, but I don't want to do more auctions. I want to stop doing eBay. I want to do more online sales. But then when you see this happen, it changes your mind. It changes everything. So I hope that makes sense. I know there's not a lot of people in the chat. I don't have a topic that interests everybody today. I hope whoever is here did enjoy it, did make some sense for everybody. Like I said, last week I did one total eBay 101 from beginning to end of a listing. And over the weekend, I had just been working. I've got so much inventory everywhere, going to these auctions, going to these estate sales, and I just haven't listed them yet. So that's what I started to do. I started to get my Amazon stuff together and all listed, and I'm only doing FBM, fulfilled by merchant. I am not doing FBA. And there's a big difference and a big savings, especially I had one item left, FBA, and it was a book. Now I had 3 of them, a Batman book. And they wanted to charge me $12 storage fee. Now the book is only selling for $10. Now granted, I had 3 of them there, but it's this big, it's this like 50 sheets of paper. So, it was crazy. So I says, no, pull them. Send them back to me, and I'll do it myself. So they're being sent back to me, and I'll probably just wholesale them out to somebody. Back Road Bidder. I've been on eBay for 6 years, and I've learned from this. Thank you. Thank you. eBay is always changing, and if there's one thing you can learn about online sales, as online resellers, we have to adapt. As an entrepreneur, we have to learn to adapt. You have to adapt to the circumstances. Look at COVID. Look what that has done. That has basically sprouted the flare up, I'll call it, in online Facebook and YouTube auctions and sales. People need to make money. They're already resellers. I would say 80% of them. Hello, Harry. How are you? Thanks for coming in. So they're not able to work their normal job. So what's the next best thing? Well, I'm on Facebook a lot. I watch YouTube a lot. There's a lot of people I know that are interested in this. Let me sell on eBay and YouTube. eBay, YouTube, and Facebook. And all of a sudden, you can't go 1 hour. I think 1 hour of a day, there is at least minimum that I know of 5 to 10 sales going on Facebook and YouTube every hour on the hour. And I even mean overnight, because California is a different time. Germany's a different time. UK, Australia, there's people from Australia on there, and they're all doing it. So as an entrepreneur, we have to adapt. And doing these, when eBay changed, trying to catch up with Amazon, making all these changes, and you got to add this, you have to add that, we have to adapt. Sure, it's growing pains, and people hate change, including me. I hate change because you're so used to click 1, 2, 3, and you're there. Now it's click, push, Control, Alt, this, it's changed, but we have to adapt. But it does work. I've done it now over the weekend. It worked 3 times beautifully. And if you're not doing estate sales, check into some estate sales. Because like I said, I bought 2 of these. I bought this one from 75 and the other one that sold from 69. I paid $1 a piece. And I sold it for $38. So after my cost of goods, 3,700 markup, 3,700% markup. I also bought this. Check this out on eBay. Actually, if you don't want to, where's my little mouse? Now there's only 2 available. $239 and $175. None sold. All right, none sold. These are only 2 available. This was originally $299. Now it's down to $239. This guy put his is new open box, which means somebody opened the plastic. This is brand new. $239. Here it is right here. Same estate sale. All right? Same exact estate sale. I paid $2 for this. So, and it's been here, and I had it tagged, ready to send up to Amazon. And then I said, I'm not going to send anything up there to Amazon now. I'm going to do fulfilled by merchant. So I will list it now. Probably tonight, I'll list it on Amazon, and I'll list it on eBay. And hopefully I'll put it at, I don't know, maybe $198 or maybe $200 even. But this estate sale that I went to, I believe somebody was buying pallets from Amazon a long time ago. And these people bought the house, and in the garage were all these pallets of stuff. And I mean a lot of stuff. There had to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pallets loaded with stuff. And I mean, you see the quality of this is beautiful. It's not like it has been destroyed. This piece, that's the only problem, is one little dent in the plastic. The rest is perfect. It's beautiful. So yeah, if I could make, I don't know, 2,000% markup on that, why not? 3,700% markup, sure, I'll take it. Hey Jerry, how are you? Problem is you don't get those. They don't come around that often. So you got to jump on them when you can. And that's only, 2 or 3 of the items. Like I sold the other Frisbee. I bought phone systems, brand new, same kind of packaging, that the packaging was so big that I haven't listed them at all. But same thing. I think I paid 2 to 5. Everything I bought from these people, this estate sale, was $5 or under. That's it. Just $5 or under. So at least not down here for us. I'm not sure what you mean, or I forgot what I was saying. But there's deals out there. It's just when you're going to list the stuff, look at the video I did last week on the best practices. This experiment I did over the weekend, if you want, rewind to the beginning of the show. This experiment I did this weekend proved it worked. When everything was in place, bang, sale, bang, sale. So it's something to look at. It's definitely something to look at. And if all you got to do is manipulate your title to have the first 4 or 5 words, the most important, add free shipping. Oh, the other thing, free returns. eBay's going to take the return anyway now. You might as well just add free returns. At least not down here for us, Paul, for the bargain stuff. I am still not sure what you mean. But that's it. I just wanted to go over that. I wanted to get this video out, and I was going to make it a pre-record, but I figured let's just go on live if anybody had any questions on anything that we could look at. And I know there's not a lot of people in here. I don't know what's going on, but I know the topic doesn't appeal to a lot of people. I did do a lot of buy it nows over the weekend. Sold probably 2 or 3 on YouTube and a few on Facebook. So check those out. What you were saying on finding all those pallets for sale. Oh, yeah. Well, I think what it was is the person that owned the house was buying pallets from Amazon a long time ago. Must have passed away. I think the house went into foreclosure. They weren't, the bank doesn't do crap to the house unless they really have to. So they sold the house as a foreclosure. Now the new people that bought it were stuck with all these pallets in the garage, and they had to get rid of it. When they opened it, it was like, damn, this is a lot of stuff. I mean, Sandy bought jewelry for herself, and I went back. They had it for 2 months, every weekend for 2 months. And I bought a ton of stuff. Sold a lot of it. These couple of things, I just listed because I didn't know what to do with them. And I didn't do my research. I knew these were going for a lot of money. I just didn't know how much. This I did search when I bought it, and I says I'm definitely buying that. The phones, now you see how big this package is. All right, probably the size of my chest. So this is big. The 2 phone systems I bought are bigger than this, and it's like an office phone system. Like I said, I paid $1, and I paid $2 for that. I think the phone system, because everything was looking beautiful, and she said, "Oh, give me $5." Yeah, no problem. Cameras, I bought cameras, already sold them. Definitely quadrupled my money back on everything I bought. But you don't find those things all the time. So if there's no questions, I'm going to end it here. I will probably put up a couple of more buy it nows tonight and tomorrow. I'm trying my best to move some stuff, move some product. So if there's no other questions, thank you for coming in. Let me know. I might have skipped it if it wasn't live, to be honest. What were you saying on finding all those pallets for sale? I just went over that. All right. So yeah, if you missed some of the video, definitely go back to the beginning. Check that out. It's just how, like I said, the thumbnail doesn't appeal to everybody. It's how I sold that thing in 3 hours when I had 2 of them listed. One was the way eBay said we should do it. One was the way I normally do it. The one with the eBay best practices sold, no sweat. So that's it, everybody. Thank you very much for coming in. And hope this was informative. And Maddie says hello. So hope this was informative for you. And I will talk to everybody later. Thank you.